Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly Forex Forecast. I hope your weekend was great, that you rest a little bit and you are ready for possible upcoming trades in this week. Market is still a little bit slow in my opinion, but let's see what we have. The first pair is Aussie Cat. Let me close this. The first pair is Aussie Cat. We see that price after this down move is retracing back to the 36. Maybe we will get the short weekly 1 to 3 and maybe price will continue to go down. Yes, we also have the trend line and we have the resistance around this area here. So we see that price, this is good area for possible bounce and continuation, or we will have breakout and possible trend change. If we have the breakout, the next resistance level for this pair is here. So we have another possible target if price decide to go up. If we see that price is bouncing, is going down, we can easily try to aim the previous lows, which are here. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we see that price was in this range here, was retesting after trendline breakout. We could wait for possible long scenarios and we had here opportunity to take the longs. I'm not sure if there was something on the 1 hour, but we also had, yes, we have this setup entry here, stop loss below. This will be like 20 pips. Right now win-win scenario, really good opportunity. Here was our first setup after trendline breakout, so there was good option to look for possible buys here. Yes, if someone is in the longs, try to target this. If you see breakout, then of course you can easily target that. But if you are not in, you have two scenarios right now. First, the most conservative way is to wait for breakout of this trend line here, and if you see that price is rejecting this area, is breaking the trend line, you can look for sells to target those lows here. So we go to the 4-hour chart, you can draw the line, and as long as price is climbing up, you don't touch this. Of course, if you see that price is breaking this, you can look for possible longs because of the weekly trendline breakout, so possible trend change. But if price doesn't break this, you will wait for possible trendline breakout here, and then you look for the sells to target this. Of course, intraday traders can still look for possible buys. Of course, we know that this is the resistance, but we still price might to go a little bit higher. It's not big deal, it's only 30 pips. But if we see retracement back to the 36 and our profits on 36, then on the lower time frames, this is mainly for the scalpers, intraday traders, lower time frames, long scenarios are okay, but then remember to manage the pair on this resistance because it's quite important from the higher time frame. Then you can easily manage the pair to target this trend line. In case of the breakout, we know the next target. My plan for this pair is simply wait for those two breakouts. I'm not interested to trade here, it's too aggressive for me, but it's still possible. But after retracements, yes, don't trade right now. Wait for bigger retracements first. Aussie dollar, US dollar. What we see on the weekly chart is still range. After this down move, after this spike, price is sitting in this range here. So if we look for that, we'll see that we have the support level, we have also some resistance level here. Yeah, so we have like possible spikes. If we look for the trend line, we will draw the line like this. So we see that price is in the range. Right now we are kind of in the middle area. So of course we can easily look for possible, ideally, bounce on the support, sells on the trend line or on the resistance, and then target in case of the long bounces will be our trend line with the resistance. In case of the sells, our support level. Of course, if we see that price is breaking this and is staying above, then we can have a possible again trend change and price will go up, especially after this down move. So the next resistance area for this pair is here, so we see that we might get another 200 pip move. Another one of course is a little bit higher here, so price can easily go back to this level. But right now we are here, so let's see what we might have here. And we have bounce on the support, yes. So we can try to trade this in the range, so we would like to focus on possible long scenarios and target this area here. The target is like 120 pips. It's okay, but remember that this is trading in the range, so lower your risk. Right now, if we check, our trend line was broken on the Aussie dollar, US dollar. We have the EMA crossovers. We wait right now for possible setup, and after pullbacks, we can look for longs. Yes, we can look for longs with the trend line combination here, maybe a little bit deeper back to this area, and then you can take the longs. Low risk, because if you see, we always like to find the bounce entries close to the support level. Price already moved, and we know that we are in the middle of this range, where it's also smaller resistance level. Of course, if we trade in the range, we would like to take entries here for longs and sells here. Right now we are in the middle, so a price again might bounce and will go down again to retest the support, or will start to range here. That's why. But we can also have breakout, and price will continue with the nice move. So taking this, you need to lower your risk. Yes, it will be better to lower the risk in case of the breakout. Nice trade. Yes, so this is for our chart. We can check quickly 1 hour, but on the 1 hour right now we don't have anything, so it's better to get the 4-hour chart retracement and then look for possible buys. CAD yen weekly chart. Price is making still short 1 to 3 for us. Yes, it's still making short 1 to 3. Right now we have the retracement, and what we see is the 36 EMA. So price might bounce here, especially that around this area we still have resistance level. We see this. Price was struggling, so spikes here, some spikes here. So we have something. The next resistance is higher. We are discussing these pairs, but those pairs here. But like I said, market is slow, so we are still more or less around the same levels. So at this point, we might have again, if we see that price is rejecting this level here and is breaking our 2 to 3 line, we can easily look for the sells. But if we see that price is going up, we can look for longs, target this resistance area. So when we check the daily chart, we see right now in much details this we have double tops, we have trend line, so we are stuck in this range. I prefer personally wait for breakouts and then look for longs, and here look for the short entries. If we check the 4-hour time frame, we see clearly that price is in this range. Yes, again, is bouncing, is reacting. So you can, like me, wait for breakouts and then look for the sells, and then here for the longs. But if you like, you can also use the bounce technique. So you wait for price to reach the resistance level, and if you see that price is struggling like here or like here, or there is no momentum, and you see that there is a chance that the price will go down, you can, for example, draw your trend line here, volatility line, and after trend line breakout you look for sells and you target this line. If price is not breaking but again is bouncing, you look for longs and target the resistance. And maybe at some point, for example, here you take the longs and finally price break and will go, so you will get really nice trade. Or taking sells here, you will see that price is breaking, so you will also get really nice opportunity. So this is how you can mix this. Like I said again, I personally would like to wait for breakouts. Euro dollar still in the range, as we can see on the weekly chart. We have support level, we have the resistance level, so price is still in this ugly range. So what we can do exactly the same. We can look for the possible bounce, long bounce entries here to target the resistance around this area. So when we go to daily, we see that price was spiking here, and right now it's making the white candle. Yes, so there is a chance that we'll get bounce. We can also adjust a little bit the resistance level, which is here. We see that we have the false breakout here, some spikes here, so we have like 150 pip possible move to the next area. So how we can trade this? We go, of course, to the lower time frames. We try to draw the trend line. We see that our trend line was broken right now. So on the 4-hour chart, we have to wait, of course, our scenario, our setup, which is the 1 to 3. We can wait for a nice one, or if you see that okay, price is making this and it's not going down, but it's making the higher low, you can look for long bounce entries here. Yes, so this is the first option. Second option is to go to the lower time frames, and we had already 2 opportunities. First was here, aggressive, because there was no clean retracement. Another one was here. Yes, another setup. This was cleaner because our retracement was bigger. Stop entry here, stop loss 30 pips here, so we still wait. Or if you want to be more conservative, you can put stop loss below the lows, but you see that it will be really high stop loss. Yes, it's like 100 pip for 1-hour chart on the euro dollar is quite big stop loss. But some traders just try to find the entries on the lower time frame using the stop loss from the higher time frame. And of course, right now we need to wait for setup on the 4-hour chart, or if you are in, you wait for possible up move. So if you jump in, try to manage the pair again around the 50% of this range, somewhere around this area. If you see that okay, price is going up, but price has some problems to break, like for example here, starting to range, create the win-win scenario, just lock your profits and then simply wait for possible breakouts. GBP Aussie, what we have is support level, is resistance level, and it's range. Yes, price is in the range. We go to the daily chart. We discussed long entries here. Yes, so price went up, but right now we have another opportunity. We also have nice line. Yes, with at least 3 touches. So if someone is in, okay. If not, we might have second scenario. This is our new trend line here. So again, we wait for possible breakouts, yes, of this line, and then we can easily go for longs to target the resistance, or we wait for the trend line breakout here and we look for the sells. That's all what we would like to do right now. We need to wait patiently. We see the nice line here. We see also that if we adjust, we have the nice line here. Price is struggling, so simply wait for possible breakout here or possible breakout here, and you take the action on the GBP Aussie. In both cases, our target is good enough because here we have 300 pips or more. Here we have even more, yes, like 600 pips. So this is good option. If we decide to look for the sells, we also again have support level here. So we need to be sure that we can try to manage this pair around this area. And if you see, this is also 50% of this range. Yes, so always when you decide to take the trades inside the range, it's worth to check the 50% to achieve some profits, create the break-even scenario, or lock some profits. Yes, so if you would like to take this on the 1-hour chart, simply wait for the 1 hour 1 to 3, or you can also combine this with the lower time frames. But remember that this is a nice line, nice trend line. We have some false breakouts, so it will be better to get some confirmation. Yes, on the 15 minute or on the 5 minute, we might have the breakout, but this will be only the false breakout and price decide to retrace. So that's why it's sometimes better to get the clean signal at least from the 1-hour chart and then take the action. Cable is still at the same area, but let's check. This is our support, this is our resistance here. Again, might be range. We also have trend line like here, so it's like trend line with the range, yes, and we are in the middle right now. Yes, we are in the middle. So we go to the daily chart, and this is tricky chart because last week we discussed possible bounces or breakouts, yes, and we had breakout, and I took this trade on the 4-hour chart. I will show you where. If you are still in, this was the first setup after breakout. Of course, low risk because price action was not so nice. Entry here, stop loss not exactly here, but somewhere around this point will be enough. We had the trend line here, yes, so it was, everything was on place, and unfortunately my target was missed by 5 or 6 pips, yes, and price retrace, yeah. But this was good option. Yes, sometimes market is not doing what we expect, but this was really good because good potential. Yes, 200 pips, possible move. Why not to try? Yes, if we see that there is good reason to try. The thing is that because of the spike, our trend line was not so clear. We just used the information. Okay, we have the trend line, price is struggling, and breakouts or bounces, yes, and we had breakouts, so it looked really nice. But right now what we see, price is going up, is pointing up, so this might be the false breakout and price will decide to go up. And if we check, we can also try to draw different trend line, and we also have support on this line. Yes, we see this, we still have like 1 2 3 4 touches breakout. So another option, if you are in with the sells, you can easily wait for this. But if you see that price is going up, we have like momentum for buy, you can look for still for the buy entries. Yes, ideally it will be good to get at least the 4-hour chart to 1 to 3 here, because 1 hour was quite big move without any nice 1 to 3s, and we would like to see confirmation that price might to go up. So it's better to get 1 to 3 here on the 4-hour chart. If you see the higher low after trend line breakout, you can look for longs and try to target resistance area, which is here. This might be nice trade, 250 or more pips. USD Swiss franc is on the really good level to look for the sells. Of course, we have to remember that it's correlated somehow with the euro dollar. But what we have is the resistance level. In the past, we have the false breakouts. If we look for weekly chart, we'll see that another level is here. In between, we have a small resistance level, but basically, we see that every single time when we have reaction here, we had, where price was touching this area, we had some reactions, yes? And again, price is reaching, we have the spike. We look for trend line here, so we'll see, okay, we have the line, so we might expect bounce and bigger retracement to the trend line, and then we'll see breakout or again bounce and possible up move. Yes, this is like our scenario. Of course, we go to the daily, we can adjust the line. We know that this is area of the resistance, that it's not like one line, because in the past what we had the false breakouts. Yes, so exactly here you see how price was struggling. So what we can do right now, we can look for possible short scenarios around this and try to target even this trend line. In between, we will find some support levels. One is here, and the second one is somewhere around this area. So we see that if we decide to look for the short bounce entries right now, the good thing is to achieve some lock some profits here, because we have right now, if we look, we have the trend line breakout. So what we can do is to wait for possible sell scenarios, then look for opportunities. Or if we look on the 1 hour chart, we had already the first setup. Yes, so we had already this steep scenario. Entry here, stop loss would be above, but again, this is bounce, so sometimes it's against the main move, so it's better to get the confirmation from the higher time frames that price might to continue to go down. In this case, we still have to remember to manage the pair on the support and with the 36, because what we might jump in on the lower time frames, which is good, but price not exactly might go immediately to with our direction. Sometimes we might have still reaction here, price retrace to our profit zone 36, will create the long scenario and will go up again to retest this area, or maybe we'll create another false breakout like we had here. You see price reach this, some spikes here, and then we had another spike, and then price decided to go down. So that's why taking the trades against the main move, we have to manage them a little bit faster. Yes, a little bit faster to lock the profits as soon as possible because of that. But this level is really good to start looking for the sell entries. Gold. Still gold is we will do top down approach, but I'm explaining gold in every week, so I think you should remember this exactly. But anyway, for new listeners, we have the resistance here, we have a support level here, yes, we have trend line, the momentum is for longs, this is our target. We might have bigger retracements, but before this happen, price can easily go to this level here. Yeah, and daily chart, again we discussed about possible retracements. We have trend line here close to the 36, but price didn't reach the 36 here, didn't reach the 36 here. Last week we said, okay, price was in the range. If we see bounce, we can look for longs, and what we see, price is going up right now. Yes, price is going up. So if someone is in, perfect, try to manage the pair here. If not, what we can check if there is something to trade. And what right now we need to see is the bigger retracement first. But we don't want to take this directly on the 4-hour chart because it's too late for the 4-hour. But we wait for the 4-hour chart retracement and we wait for bounce. And if you said that price is going up, we look for long entries on the lower time frames, like 5 minute, 15 minute. Yes, so for intraday and scalping. And if we check this trend line breakout on the 1-hour chart, we had set up to jump in. Yes, entry here, stop loss below 50 pips. Right now this is the win-win scenario for us. Yes, so we just lock the profits and we can put the stop loss, the break even, and simply wait. If price decide to go down, okay. If decide to bounce, then we still can manage this position. Lower time frames, we can easily check if we have something here on the 15 minutes. And on the 15 minute, we see that price was in the range, and we have the first steep setup here on the 15-minute chart, back to the 12 EMA here, but this will be for more aggressive traders. Again, 30 pips stop loss, 100 pip in profit right now. Yes, so this is gold. So we still wait. If you see, okay, that price is going up, wait for the retracements and look for buys. And the last pair is USDN. USDN is also retracing. We have the resistance, we have the support, we have the 36 EMA. So you might see that, okay, we might have the weekly short 1 and 3, and price might to go down. But because of this spike and because of situation that price reached this level, we might have bigger retracement back to this zone. Yeah, so that's why I'm in the longs here. I will show you where I entered, but right now we don't have much volatility. So when we go to the daily chart, we will see that price was struggling here on the daily. Yes, we have the resistance level, we have the 36, we discuss about possible breakouts, yes, in both directions, here or here. So we have breakout at this point, yes, price broke this. When we unzoom a little bit, we will see that the next resistance area is here for this pair, yes. We have in between we have smaller ones, but I don't care much about them. I try to find the good looking resistance and support levels on the daily, on the weekly. So we had this breakout, yes, and we were waiting for possible retracement at this point, yes, at this point here. We wanted to see this. Unfortunately, we didn't have it, but what we see, price went up and we had this, yes, opportunity. 1 to 3. So I'm in this trade. We have maybe not perfect, but we have a line like this. We had the 36 CMA, price retrace, perfect entry here, stop loss below the 40-50 pips, target the next resistance 150, good enough. If we look for the long-term target, even better, 300 pips. So all is okay. We have our entry. If someone is in the 4-hour chart, perfect. I'm in. So right now we wait patiently for possible moves. If price decide to retrace, this is part of the trading. Yes, we shouldn't be afraid of the losing trade, but we need to understand that everything which we do here, it's completely fine. It's good with our strategy, trading plan. So we jump in. If you are not in and you are still would like to join, you see that right now we don't have much volatility, so you need to wait for 1 hour chart 1 to 3 somewhere at this point and look for longs, yeah, or lower time frames. So you go to the 15-minute or 5-minute, you see, okay, we don't have right now much, price is in the range, we have those highs here. What you do, you wait for breakout of this resistance and then you look for longs, yeah. So this is option for the USDN. So that's all for upcoming week, guys. So wish you all great trades. I hope we will get some volatility. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to contact with me at info@nikostrainingacademy.com. I'm here to help you. So thanks for watching this video. If you like it, share it, comment it, and talk to you soon. Bye.